Quantum. Blue, green, red, white, or black?
It's got to be the red layer.
Yeah.
The red layer was the one that saw quite a lot of play, I think, because it was a warrior that could special summon itself. It was also a level 5, so it was quite handy for decks that wanted to make rank 5s, or back in the day when you wanted to summon Isolde, the Tale of Two Noble Knights.
Fair.
But now we're just using it in the Super Quantum decks, where I think you can use so many more effects that it has. Because in my head, it's just a warrior that special summons itself, but it also starts to add back.
And it's the one
Super
for one
Quantums.
start. Both players actually using the card. Although, I gotta say, it might be slightly more powerful than Mermail's.
Well, you don't know. Don't knock it till you've seen it, yeah?
Let's see it. It's still really good.
So this is one of the newer cards. Super Quantal Fairy Zitan. So you can special summon it if you control another Super Quantum, and you can use this effect to send a Super Quantum from your deck to the grave and summon another one. So it's a pretty powerful effect, I'd say, all things considered.
Yep.
So sending Alphen Strike.
And yeah, and here, as mentioned, you can tell that Max is just asking Joe the Super Quantus effect because, you know, you may not be super familiar with the deck, and we've seen in the past how, you know, powerful those strategies are.
And now we can banish it to activate the Magna card or the field spell directly from deck, if he feels like it, and that pretty much gives him access to you know, his extra deck options as well. But first we are gonna see the other level 1 of the deck, which is the Fairy Alpha.
Yeah, the field spell is quite a fun one. You can discard a card and sort of XYZ summon with only one material. And you can do it with each different attribute, Super Quantum, except for Dark. They don't have a Dark XYZ. This one's quite a fun one as well. You get to show your opponent 3, and then they choose one at random for you to summon. So,
especially if you don't know how to play against the deck, it's fun, because how do you choose, essentially? So.
It's random.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's good. Maybe
makes it easier to choose.
Good.
Yeah,
yes. If you don't know it, then just take it to the fate, I guess.
Exactly.
Let's see, and we get arguably the better one, because you can just search out.
Oh, and you get to send the others to the graveyard. That's so powerful.
Yeah, it's so good.
I think the new black layer gets to search a card when it's sent to the grave. So you're getting a search and a summon.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, black layer gets to search a spell, essentially, as well, so...
Oh, and the white layer also you get to discard and draw. So you get so many things.
Yeah, you have a lot going on, because now you essentially also search. Here it is.
Yep, and here comes some of these spells that we have. If the deck has options, this is gonna be the Sudden Incursion.
This deck looks like it's very consistent, actually, the more that I look at it, because you know, got to get that black layer to hand, or the black Fairy Alphen to hand. But you can do that just by normal summoning blue layer, and then the black layer can special itself. But also you have 3 copies of Emergency Teleport to special summon blue layer straight from the deck.
No, but it seems super consistent, especially because, as mentioned, he also has a very small Finsmith's packet to support the Super Quantal engine. And here comes the Drowned Lock Bird being activated from Max, which, you know, may stop Joe's.
Yeah, I mean, we already set up quite a few names. Pretty much every single one in the graveyard.
Yeah, this is so much stuff already going on. Something special summoning the green layer from the grave. Not sure which effect that was. I think Sudden Incursion can summon one from the deck. And I think the...
the original attribute, essentially, yeah, but...
So one with a different attribute to one that you've already got, so that's good. And then I think the spell, the Alphen Strike, you can banish it to get the field spell active.
Yeah.
So I think he's got everything he needs to summon the Super Quantal Mech King. Let's see. You do have to discard a card, I think, every time you want to upgrade one of your Quantums, but he's got loads of cards, so... Oh, you know what I see in his hand that looks very cool to discard?
What is it?
It's a Fabled Lurry. He's going to discard it and then rank up one of his
Nice.
XYZs and then do all of his Fiendsmith stuff. That's super cool.
Yeah, the field spell is great, honestly. It's you can just discard a card and then XYZ it summon. So with the Fabulous being discarded as well, that would be, you know, great. It's just, you know. Also, I think he has a triple tactics talent just to complement.
This is absolutely crazy start.
Which is interesting that we are not using it.
I don't know how many cards he needs to discard.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking as well. Maybe. Okay, there it is. All right. So at least now he knows what he's up against. And yeah, I mean, it was a promising end going first, but going second, it's gonna be an interesting question of whether the deck can even out the Magnus.
Yeah, I think he's going to return the favor of reading some of his opponent's cards.
Do you have an out at all? I'm trying to think if there is any big enough monster that you can summon in the extra deck.
And also, if you have the Great King Magnus on the field, it's unaffected, but it also stops your opponent from searching cards.
Yeah.
So
But even if it was, you know, a vanilla unaffected, sometimes, you know, it's enough.
Yeah.
But of course, I'm pretty sure Max does not even know that is a card. So probably, you know, he's waiting to see what's going to happen.
I think if he's read the field spell, maybe he'll get a heads up that you have to send the field spell and like...
Sure,
But yeah, I suppose you don't know what it's going to do.
Yeah.
If you think if your opponent's got to rank up 3 monsters and then, oh, what's going on?
Yeah, I mean, truth is, there are so many different decks that you can be playing against nowadays, and all able to set up completely different combos, so it's rare that you are familiar with every single strategy that you can come across, and that is always a payoff for, you know, players like Joe, where they just bring their favorite deck, and most people they're playing against will have to read their cards.
So this is white layer, and I think the blue layer, when it's sent to the grave, you get to shuffle some cards back.
3 cards, up to 3 cards.
But you don't get to draw one.
No.
I feel like every time I see that now, it's
True.
like you get to draw one.
True, yeah, that was quite an old card. Yeah, I remember running it in 2015. Yeah, 10 years ago. Wow, we are old.
What, the blue layer?
Yeah, I did
was
run
it?
one with teleport
Monarch?
in Monarch. I was running like 3 red and maybe 1 blue because you could shuffle with like teleport. It was a cute engine.
Oh, and the black layer, I think you don't need to... I think it XYZs by itself, so you don't need to discard a card.
Yeah.
So here we are, discarding 3. Does it trigger Lurry? It does. Oh,
Yeah,
that's so
yeah,
cool.
Yeah,
great.
wow. I mean, not sure you needed it, but
You don't, but you know, it's still...
yeah, look at
it's
this.
still a lot of fun.
And here comes the big boy.
It's going to have 7 materials.
Yeah.
I mean, purely
That's
vibes.
absolutely
Look at it.
insane. I think
Look
how it is.
I think it only needs
And
6.
now you also go for the Finsmith package as well, which is great.
Yeah, what a unit. I mean, for anyone who is unfamiliar with the card, basically it gets upgraded based on the number of materials. And essentially, when you have the all 6 or more, it means that it's unaffected by card effects. Your opponent cannot add the cards from their deck. And also you have an additional effect during your turn where you can shuffle card from the field to the deck. It's not a quick effect, that one, but you know, still. It's quite tough to even get rid of, and I think that's what Max is also realizing, is like, how do I get rid of this?
Yeah, I think everyone was looking at Lunar Lights to put up an unbeatable monster after the most recent release. But no, this has always been there.
You can tell Max is having a big array at this because
I don't know if there is an out.
I don't know if there's an out. Yeah, as well.
It's like most of the XYZ options are like 3000 attack, no?
Yeah, do Mermails have any way to buff their attack or anything like that? I mean, he also has to be able to play. When you can't search and you're staring down a Caesar, that's
I mean, no dragoons, no party. So, and I mean, there is also just this Caesar on top, and that's about it. This could just be the end, a quick one of game 1. But let's see if Max just tries to fight back. It's gonna be rough because also, you know, we know the end. We top deck into Ash Blossom, classic.
You imagine playing against this with Mitsurugi, and you're just looking at the card, and your opponent's just summoned a monster that's unaffected by card effects and stops you searching.
Yeah, that's one. And I mean, we do know the other cards. I think we are pretty much done. Yeah, and that's it. So Max picks up his card.
So here we go, Max's time to shine. And what better way to shine
Oh yeah.
than normal summon Neptibus? Probably the most intimidating start
Indeed.
in the game right now.
Thinking about it. Yeah, second guessing that Dragoons looks good to me, but yeah, we're changing target. Seems like no.
Sending Dragoons, of course,
Yeah.
is more vulnerable to Droll and Lockbird than sending anything else. But it is also just an extremely powerful card, so...
Absolutely. And I think there is an Ash, but I'm not sure there is anything else from Joe.
I guess it makes Neptibus one of the few cards that just powers through Ash by itself.
Yeah.
I feel like it shouldn't be allowed. Just one card that beats Ash. I feel like if your opponent has one card, you should better Ash it and be okay.
Yeah, and do you ever Ash that Dragoons just because they're gonna search for the Minstrel to possibly prevent, you know, the activation? You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
they're gonna get an activation from the Minstrel of whatever card they get rid of, and maybe you just pray that they don't have another extender.
Yeah, it's so tough, isn't it? Because I think you're probably right, but like it's such a painful thing to do.
I know.
But sometimes you got to do the plays that feel bad if you think they're the ones that give you the best chance to win.
Yeah, because at least, I mean, you know about the Shadow Guard, and they just need something else. I mean, it's quite likely that they're gonna have it, but I think it's worth taking the gamble because you know that they're gonna just go for the Minstrel after siding. So,
Are you finally playing Mulling Glacier? Because it's not playing it.
He's not playing it.
Nope.
I think a lot of players are instead going for the barrier statue at the moment. I guess there's a lot of different ways to play with the Mermail. Obviously the downside of Moulin Glacier is if your opponent resolves a Mold Charming against you, it's pretty much useless if the plan is to like discard your opponent's hand because their hand's going to be sort of refilling as you go anyway.
Yeah, I think it makes sense. Barrier Statue seems a solid choice for this tournament. I mean,
Just got to hope not to play against any Cristrons.
so far so good, I guess.
Yeah, here comes an array of fish. It's quite fun, Coelacanth, because I think a lot of players kind of come up with new technology every time we see it. You get to see some new fish.
yeah. What's in the pond?
It's in the sea.
That's in the sea, maybe.
He's the deep sea king. He doesn't have a pond. I think that's insane. I think you need to apologize to him.
Yeah.
He doesn't go in his pond.
You never know what you find these days, you know? Oh well. Oh well.
Yeah, you do have to be a little more creative, I think, with the Mermail Atlantean deck now that the sort of premium extra deck monsters are forbidden in the form of Dweller and Varmint Shark. Because beforehand, I think you would just say, okay, I don't need to run any extra fish that aren't necessarily so good to draw, so I'll just summon a few Abyss Pikes and then turn those into a couple of Totally Awesomes or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about it when you talk about Totally Awesome after our last game. That was a thing. But we should not do it again.
No. Please don't.
I had a lot of fun.
I did. I have to say, yeah. It's like watching a movie, you know? It's like, if you want to spend an hour and a half, you know.
Yeah. Right. I don't know. From my perspective, it's like watching a movie where you keep screaming at the protagonist, not, you know, to do something, not to do that. Like, make that totally, and no. But
And also make episodes.
yeah, true. Oh well. Here come those fish back. But yeah, I'm surprised that there is no Mooling Glacier there. I thought it was pretty much stable nowadays, but
I guess you need to make choices as to how many cards you want to run that are sort of bricks that you don't necessarily want to draw.
we never draw them. Come on.
I think Mermail decks I've seen anywhere between like 40 and 50.
Yeah,
Almost
true.
people just choose a number
True.
when they build the decks. So here comes Prima Donna that lets you summon monsters from the banished, I think, or from your deck even, and you get to return one of your opponent's banished cards back to their hand.
Yep.
Which is fine once you've already banished it for them, and they're going to get it back anyway.
I mean, that's usually how we also access the statue, but let's see.
I think you also milled 3 and you get to hit a search
Yeah.
off Dragoons. Off the Deep Sea Minstrel there.
Is it on the opponent cards? Infantry, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, okay. I guess it's mandatory.
It
I was
is
like, does he have to
mandatory.
pop his own? Yeah. That would have been interesting.
I think he'd have been fine though.
Yeah, of course. First world problems, I guess. But yeah, here comes a bit of recursion, if not extending, because, the other effect of Neptavis is also quite relevant in these cases. And, I mean, looks like he has access to whatever he wants to do from now on. Is Sachu in the deck? Because now I'm starting to wonder, is it?
I mean, surely you make
Statue?
the Prima Donna to summon
Yeah,
statue,
it's
right?
in the deck.
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
I think, is it Frilla Rabka, the fish on the right, is a sort of Necro Gardener-like effect. You can banish it from the grave to prevent an attack. So I think that pairs very well with the statue because it stops your opponent just normal summoning something and attacking it.
Yeah, just a lot of reading going on here from Joe. Returning the favor indeed.
He's holding on to
Ooh,
so many
wow.
cards as
Yeah.
well.
Also a few hand traps in the... So it's very powerful now,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
especially
yeah,
because
yeah.
he knows his opponent's hand.
Just passed?
No, it's...
No, returning, okay.
Yeah, you return it.
Yeah,
The
yeah, okay,
Prima
okay,
Donna
okay, okay.
returns a
Perfect.
card.
Yep. So now we get our Ash Blossom back, but we are locked.
Yeah, it's a little too late for that Ash Blossom, I think.
Sportsmanship, I guess.
Yeah. Super Quantals do have a water monster, as we can
Yeah.
see there, the blue layer. So, I'm sure that's something. Maybe not quite enough. So here comes the Mermail Link 3, which prevents the cards it points to from being targeted. So, untargetable barrier statue.
Yeah.
It'll be very, very difficult to do anything about.
And with the Rabka. So
And with the Ravka, so yeah, you can negate an
pretty
attack.
much untouchable.
I think you can also pop a card.
Yeah, we also have
Although heavy infantry is in the graveyard.
Shrine. Yeah, fair.
I'm not sure if there's any way to pick it back up. I think there is, but I think you can also summon the Storming Atlantean during your opponent's turn as well to bounce a card on the field. So a myriad of disruption. In addition to this floodgate-like effect. Oh, and we're negating the first spell as well. This scale of Mizuchi.
Yeah, card E sides specifically for going first, just to add another layer of interruption. I mean,
And the OG
Gaios. Does it also boost attack? Like 500? Something
I
like
think
that?
it's 800.
Because then that could be the out to the Super Quantal, no?
800, yeah.
Yeah, then that should definitely come in even for game 3, because, I mean, it becomes a 3800
Yeah.
possibly, so if you equip it to some other monster, you know?
I'm not sure how you're going to get it on the field, but you could have a go.
Sure.
Like you have to be able to search it.
Wanna be Smegalo in there? No?
Well, no, you can't search with the
True,
meching,
true.
yeah.
We just draw it.
You just draw it. Yeah.
I mean, might as well. And yeah, just gonna have one final read.
You have to watch out for Shrine because it's got that powerful graveyard effect.
Such a card, yeah. And I mean, as we've mentioned, we still have a full hand with interruptions. I think both an Ash and a Diddy Crow are in hand from Max, so this is gonna be extremely rough for Joe to stay. But I mean, regardless, it is throws into Purulia.
I would have drawn about 8 cards, I feel like, if
Yeah,
you'd had it just a moment ago.
I mean, is it sales ban?
Salesman
Yeah.
gets
It's gonna
negated.
be-
Yep. And I mean,
This feels very difficult.
absolutely. Our opponent knows what we are loading into.
Everything but the Perulia.
There goes Ash. Oh well. That was fun. So now we should just think about what we could even do, because yeah, we're just gonna attack. The Rabka is gonna be the play, stopping the attack, lowering the by 5. Yeah, that's it. I mean, I do see a Mulcharmi, but maybe it's Purulia, not Fuvalos. Can't tell. Yeah, I think it's Purulia. Let's see. Do we just...
I think Perulia probably lives in a pond.
We passed. Really?
Oh,
Oh no.
wow. It's just a pass from Joe, and that's heartbreaking. He's holding into a Drone Lock, which is at least, you know, gives you a chance to survive. No, it was the Fuvalos indeed. And wow.
And one of the premium starter cards for the Mermail Atlantean deck.
Yep.
Going back all the way to, I don't even know, in 2013. Maybe even earlier.
Yeah.
But we are going to respond with what is the black, discarding the red layer.
Yeah, when your opponent activates a monster effect, you can discard it, and then when it's summoned, it will let you summon something from the extra deck. And we're going to see a bit of a complicated chain here, I think, because that Fualos, Max has cleverly figured out he can use. Oh yeah, but it's going to be too late for the draw and lock bird, I think.
Yeah.
Well, not quite the right time even.
I mean, you can still go for it at the end, no?
Yeah, but you kind of want somehow to get it in the same chain as one of your opponent's searches, but I don't
Sure.
think it's going to be possible.
Not quite, but here now we can use it. Unless... Oh, what's going on?
I think maybe Joe is just getting a little ahead of himself. It might be two separate effects to do the XYZ summon and the summon, I think maybe. So
Let's take a look. So...
Yeah, it's two separate effects.
Yeah. Ooh, and that actually, yeah.
that actually benefits him, I think, because now he'll be able to use his XYZ summon
Yeah,
effect
the
and
only
then chain the draw.
I hope they just... Yeah, they probably... I mean, Max didn't shuffle his hand, so they were able to, you know... Oh no, what's going on? Because if he goes for this, draw is not an option.
Well, you can still draw in the next chain, because
After
your
the
opponent drew a
Fugaros,
card,
though,
but you don't
yeah.
really want to give your opponent an extra
exactly.
draw.
Yeah, a bit of confusion here.
So
We
now
could have prevented this draw, but I mean, now the chain is finally over, and this Magna Liger. It's the field.
very cool card. Can detach material to destroy a monster on the field, and it's a quick effect while you have a red layer as an XYZ material, which you currently do.
And there's an Aptobis, which is very powerful in this situation as
I
well.
mean, just get rid of it.
But you can't activate its effect because of draw.
Yeah. That's exactly what I think Joe was trying to figure out. But no, he does go for it.
I'm a little confused what it.
Yeah, what's going on?
You can't use the effect, so.
And also, was it right to detach
If you-
red?
If you detach.
Just because you want to use the effect of black afterwards, I guess.
Yeah, because I think black adds a card, doesn't
Yeah.
it? So you want to use that on your own turn.
You do
if
lose the
possible.
quick effect of Magna Liger, but at least, yeah, you have a search for later, I guess. But yeah, a bit of a interesting sequence, as you've mentioned. The Neptabis wasn't really threatening at all.
I'm not really sure why he normal summoned it. Maybe it was just a bluff
Yeah,
that worked.
Yeah, maybe he wants to get it destroyed.
for sure. Because now we access Colligant.
It's a little more scary.
Definitely.
The king of the pond.
There it is.
Who doesn't have a Colligant in his pond?
I think resolving a Qualifier. It's normally pretty good.
Indeed. I mean, going second, it opens up so much, even in terms of possibly going for game, depending on, you know... Oh, but no, we're not going to go for a Link Summon. Maybe not enough targets in deck to just take full advantage of the effect. We're just going to get two, which is a bit surprising. But I guess we did... Oh, we... What?
He got
Oh,
no
because
targets.
I think he...
Did he side out?
Because I think he hard drew the...
Yeah, but he played both. Maybe he took out the
I think he,
Rapka,
yeah,
but like Pike, really only one Pike in deck.
he plays... Let me tell you.
Because often
two
people
pike.
kind of trim a little bit of their engine, but he's drawn one pike, one...
Yeah, he drew one Pike and one of the other one, but like really he sided out both the Rapka and the other Pike.
Seems to be that way.
Wow, that's so unfortunate.
I think he's going to do okay.
Sure,
The
try,
Abyss Shrine?
try it.
Trite? Because he can make the
Yep, Poseidra.
Poseidra, and Poseidra, when your opponent has cards on the field, becomes all that much more powerful.
Yep, there it is. Poseidra Abyss. The Atlantean Dragon Lord summoned.
Is it you get to send 3 and then return up to that many, or is it send some number and return the same number?
No, you just send one. and then
one.
you can return up to 3.
Oh, okay, I got it completely wrong.
I mean, sending 3 would be
Send
would
one,
be quite
return up to
insane.
3.
Yeah.
Okay. And he has sent the barrier statue. So I guess we can bring it back with our Marincess Link 2, unless that negates effects.
We're gonna have a read, so also improvising a little bit.
Yeah, the draw really putting a big ceiling on the Mermail deck, because normally at this point you'd have added about 4 or 5 times.
C. Link.
A ceiling, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, here comes the good old king once more. But do we have enough? I guess in the back of our mind we just are reassured by the fact that Joe passed completely empty. So those 2 cards are not really threatening at all. And now we are gonna be able to use the other effect of Poseidon to bring back a bunch of level 3s.
I'm loving the fact that there's a Trishula in the extra deck of
right.
Max.
Yep.
I really want to see that
Could go for it.
hit the field. I mean, it's not.
Here comes... How many do we have? A couple of level 3s. Yep. And now, hit again. Statue.
I think
Small.
we
Close this out.
army of water
Is
monsters.
this enough?
Doesn't look
None of them
like
are
it.
very big, yeah. The statue's only 1,000. Oh, he's just attacking with the...
Yeah.
Maybe enough.
Maybe with the... Yeah,
Yeah.
it is enough with the synchro. And